All right, well, I think I got silver. I'm in the very vicinity that I found a barber dime, two barber dimes actually, one right in this area and one right back here. But yeah, I hit this in this direction, and it was a high tone in this little mix of noise, and I can get it pinned down to like a 1747. And unfortunately, this way, I can get a tone with this discrimination on. It's not the greatest tone, but it's still there. It's repeatable. And then when I open it in all metal, unfortunately, it goes to iron. But then when the discrimination is back on, the tone is still there, but it's not as nice as it is in the other direction. But I still think this is silver. Because, well, in the direction that they had the iron with the discrimination on, I was seeing some 45s in there. So this is going to be silver. I can't tell you if it's going to be a quarter dime, but let's see. Well, right in here. And the funny thing is I found this little section where I picked up my 8 silvers. I found it going northwest, east, north, south, east, west. And I found it in diagonal, and I'm actually going the opposite diagonal direction, trying to pick up, oh, it's a Merc. Trying to pick up a different tone, and that's what you have to do, especially in areas where you know you've picked up silver, and there's so easy to miss silver. So I picked up a quarter not too long ago. Well, the last time one of the quarters I picked up here was out there, and there was a piece of iron, but the iron was here. Took the iron out, and the quarter was underneath it. But that's a nice find for today, for this park. Can't let see, my other friend who came here yesterday picked up a Merc over by the wading pool and token 2 greenies. I can't let that young whippersnapper show me up. Still something here. Well, so far today it's been a wheat penny day. I've picked up 5 wheat pennies, not at this location. But I'm going to record this till the end, and I'm going to save the video. This is one of those ones where it can't be silver, but it could be, because it's just coming in so high. The conductives are 45 and 50, and depth showing about 6 inches. There's no way that this could be silver and missed by anybody, because I know that this has been hunted so many times. And just in a recent video, I talked about behind me about 100 feet that I found a silver, but I picked up, Merc over here and old token and some other silver here. And so let me just dig this till the end and see what we got. Weird. Very strange. Well, got me why those were coming up so high. A penny and a quarter. They were only about 4 inches down, but coming up so high. I've been really discouraged and just kind of pretty much looking for clad at this point. And I saw it before I dug it. It was an 847, and it's $half size, but I don't think it's a $half. When I saw it, I thought, oh, it's a $half, but it's got something else on it, some sort of token. So the hell with it. Airfoil and 3D machining. Do it. Bummer. I'd rather have a $half. All right. Well, I can't believe what I just dug, but I gotta believe it because I see it right there. It is a barber, and it wasn't coming up. I thought I was digging a clad dime wheat penny. I think it might have been coming up in the 42 to 44 range, and you know, I've never found anything that old here. It's crazy. We've pulled a couple. I've pulled Standing Liberty Quarter. I know another Standing Liberty Quarter has been pulled out of here, and I've pulled Mercs out of here. Nothing that old. Nothing that old. And I've been walking this ball field, gritting it off, and haven't hit a single wheat penny. I've hit a memorial pennies deeper than this. So it was kind of an iffy-ish signal, and I thought, well, I'll get my first wheat penny maybe, and bam, that is amazing. Yeah, I can't even see. I'm gonna just squeeze it a little bit and get that dirt off of there. But I'll just drop it in some water. Well, I don't know what I got here. It's, you know, that funny thing was that barber was like right here, and I've already gridded up and back a couple times, and I'm on this path here. This was coming up really low, like 35, 36s, which would be for me like a zinc penny, of course, you know, in that range, but it was a little deeper, and so it was a curiosity dig because I didn't think I'd get a zinc that deep, and it came out. I'm thinking it might be a little ring, but I don't know. It's thick. Oh, it is a ring. Yeah, it's a small kid's ring. Hadn't even turned it over yet to see what it was. All I saw was that rim. I thought, well, it could be a dime, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It was coming up really odd numbers. I mean, I vaguely remember like it was like I think I saw a 235 and 30-something 36. It was just really strange numbers, but I think it's gonna be a little silver ring, really small. Usually I get these in, they come in about like a 1238, which probably would have been the numbers I would have seen if I'd played with it more, but it was just a repeatable target in both directions, and I dug it. Well, I was digging a 613, bounced to, what was it? What was the last number I had? 1513. And the only reason I don't dig, as you know, I don't dig a lot of gold tones, and I don't dig a lot of gold. But I do occasionally listen for deeper nickel tones, or anything in that lower range that's deeper, I usually tend to try to stop and play with. So this was giving me like a fairly good, nickel tone. The numbers weren't quite right, but it was the depth that kind of got me. And it was like about 6-7 inches down, and it's down 7 inches. I don't know what it is, but all I'm looking at is the rim of something shiny. I would love to say that is a war nickel, and because I do not dig many of those. Those are a very rare find for me if that's a war nickel. It is a war nickel. Very cool. Very cool. Nothing else in the hole. Sweet. There's that S above the yep, is it S? What's that S stand for again? I can't remember. Is it P for Philadelphia? S for I should know these things, but I don't. Cool. 1940, is that 42, 41? I'll take it. All right, well, down 7 inches, maybe 7.5 to 8. I thought it was a copper penny. I pulled it out. Obviously, not a copper penny. Kind of something different and cool. It's something I can't read. If this is by chance a war medallion, I know right over here by these big trees, right over here, I pulled one of the, well, it's the second one I've actually pulled there. I pulled a, like a World War II button, and I also pulled one on the other side of the park. So, oops, not sure exactly what this is. There's writing on the back side. Can't read it. A little spit on there. Made it worse. Can't quite read it, but I'll take a close-up picture. Something May 4th and some timber something. Well, I'll clean up a little bit better and then get a close-up picture of it. And something corpse on the side there. So 18. Whoa. What? 1886. What? Oh well, something to look up, that's for sure. See if I can get a little cleaner and I'll get a close-up picture of that. That's pretty cool. So, the funny thing, I've mentioned this in the past. See these little leaves? Whatever these are, this little weed. I don't know what it is, but wherever this weed is, I always find a lot of trash in the ground. So I always mentioned this before in past videos where, for some reason, I don't know, I think this grows more abundant with iron or something in the ground because well, the interesting finds keep popping up. I'm pretty close to where I got that medallion and got myself an old license plate tag, 1958. I'll straighten that out and take a picture. All right, well, since the last kind of month end or whenever end, I'm not keeping track anymore like I used to. But this is my last batch of finds since the last time I did a photo thing. But I've been hitting it pretty good this last month, so this might be a month and a half's worth, maybe. I've got like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 bucks worth in quarters. Another 35, another $45. Nickels. I usually don't get that many nickels, but I've been digging a lot more nickels. And my random good, better finds of stuff. Yeah, this thing right here comes up as a quarter. It's metal. I don't know what it is. Something metal inside that. And knife was just under the surface grass find. And so today's finding. Today I got this here. Yesterday I got that. The hell with it token. Today I got this. It's Women's Relief Corps, 1883. And that'll be in probably the last video I do, or the video prior to it. It's on the back. It says it's patented. I thought it said 1880. Oh, that's right. If on the front it said 83. Oh, it does say 83. How can that be 1883? Right? How can it say 1883 and then be patented in 1886? I don't understand that. I got this today. Got that today. This today. Got my war nickel today. And I think that was it. I didn't get any silver coin finds today. Just the war nickel and the ring. Oh, yeah. I got the barber today. Yeah, and that's a merc right there. You can barely see the mercury outline of the head there, barely. And that's in previous video finds. And those are Washington State tax tokens. Those are Canadians. My wheat pennies, 5 highs, so it's about 46 there. This one's unusual. It's got a little Y embedded in it somehow. Dental Association, a little owl pen. Just random stuff. You normally find stuff like this too, but that's not too bad. I got 2 quarters recently from the same school locally, which I was amazed finding that I had missed in the previous 30 hunts there. So that's not bad. Not a bad haul. Let's see